Welcome, my dear friends. Myself is Professor Dr. Deshpande. We will start very soon. First, I would like to close all the mics and then I will immediately open my screen share. So this is the PPT regarding the menstrual cycle. So let us start the lecture, online lecture. Myself is Professor Dr. Deshpande and today is the 23rd of May 2020. My today's topic is menstrual cycle. Actually, everybody knows from my Ayurvedic college, Nigri Pradhikaran, Pune, that I have already completed this topic as per the ATP planner, Advanced Teaching Program. But as this particular topic will be very much important in the forthcoming examinations, write down my word. Forthcoming means in the future, near future. Most probably, the MUHS has decided, yet they have not sent the final directives, final instructions to the college. But as per the today's knowledge, that MUHS, Maharashtra University of Health Science, is going to conduct, or rather has ordered to all the colleges of Maharashtra state to conduct internal examination as per the standard format of examination. Only it will be online examination, and also it may be open book test type of the exact instructions are not there on this 23rd of May. Just I am giving you the warning, or just I am giving you the what you can say, the very important news, breaking news. So you should be prepared in the first week of June to appear for 90 marks Sharira Kriya theory paper in the morning 10 to 1. Only 1 hour lunch break will be there, and then 2 to 5 there will be final practical examination, internal examination, and both of these marks will be sent to the MUHS as the internal marks. Don't forget it. Don't miss this particular examination. Theory in the morning, practical in the afternoon. Practical, you will ask, sir, how we are going to do RBC in my house? How I can do urine practical in my house? No. There will be also an question paper. There will be also a question paper of practical examination. So we will ask you, write down the method of RBC count. Write down the physiological variations of blood pressure. Decide your own Prakruti. These will be the questions for practical paper. But my dear friends, I have the less time, as you know very well. So I will focus. This menstrual cycle topic is very important for internal examination as well as external examination as LAQ. Remember my words. Long answer question. Whatever the PPT that I have already shared 3 months back, or whatever the matter is in my book, is little bit less. Here, this PPT is more little bit extensive because this is a revision. So this menstrual cycle is a revision lecture. Remember my words. Okay. Myself is Professor Dr. Deshpande. I am MD in Ayurvedic Medicine and MD in Ayurvedic Physiology. This is my WhatsApp number 922681060. Next, anyone who wants my personal consultation regarding the lifestyle management based on the Ayurvedic Prakruti, and also don't forget Hasta Samudrika. Professor Deshpande also does the hand reading. So they can ask me about hand reading questions. Personal or online classes of medicine and Ayurveda. And my kind request all the time, ask your friends to subscribe my YouTube channel. Thank you. So these are the books that I have written. Kriya Sharir paper 1. Another book for Kriya Sharir paper 2. This today's topic, menstrual cycle, is in this book. But don't go for the book. Only save my PPT. Remember, save my PPT. Okay. Sharir Kriya Vignyan handbook for rapid revision. This is must for anything, for up to your practice. In the menstrual cycle, write down first keywords, KEY, very important words that you should not miss in your answer. Number 1, anterior pituitary gland. Anterior pituitary gland dash FSH and LH. Dr. Vijaya madam has already talked to you. Follicle stimulating hormone, luteinizing hormone. These are very important words. Next, functions or activity in the ovaries. Very important. Activities in the ovaries. First pituitary, then ovary, then uterus. Activities in the uterus. Then there is a correlation in between ovary activity, secretion of hormones, and the uterine, what you can say, the development of infrastructure. So these all the things are very important. In the uterus, you must remember the three names. Proliferative phase, write down. Proliferative. Secretory phase, secretory, write down. And bleeding phase or menstrual phase. Three important names for uterine activity. FSH is important, LH is important, estrogen is important, and progesterone is important, which is connected with the ovary. So these are the keywords. In the LAQ, my dear friends, don't forget to draw the diagram. If you don't draw the diagram, you will not get more marks. Diagram is a must for menstrual cycle. Remember my words, okay? Next, female reproductive cycle. This is called as a female reproductive cycle. This starts at the age of 12 to 14 years, and this particular age is called as menarche. Can you see this word? Beginning of the cycle, menarche. Menstruation stops, bleeding stops, cycle stops at the age of 45 to 50. And this age in the female, menopausal period, very important. There are problems in your medical, this particular topic, menstrual cycle, is not only for examination. This is the most important topic for your medical general practice. Take it from me. Many ladies, although you are doing general practice, the ladies will come to you in spite of going to gynecologist because they are afraid of gynecologist. They will do operations and this and that. But menstrual problems are very common in our medical practice. Infertility is common. PCOS is common. Polycystic ovarian disease, polycystic ovarian syndrome. All this is connected with hormones and menstrual cycle. So menopausal problems are different. This whole period, menarche to menopause, this is called as reproductive life. At any time during this period, there can pregnancy takes place. Pregnancy, conception can take place during only reproductive age, not before and not after. So this is the diagram, you know. This is the main part of uterine cavity. Then these are the fallopian tubes. Many times in infertility, these are blocked. Then ovary. Here you know very well what is the problem. Polycystic ovarian disease. This ligamentum of ovary. This is fimri. Fimri. Can you read over here? Fimri. This is cervical canal. Cervical erosion. Very common ladies complaint. Then endometrium. Endometriosis is also the very much common problem. And vagina. Vaginitis. Cervicitis. These are the common problems. Here the delivery takes place. Next. This reproductive life is divided into regular cycles, like the cardiac cycle. Cardiac cycle important, menstrual cycle important, muscle contraction important, urine formation important topics for exam. Take it from me, write down immediately. This is the cycle of 28 days. In each cycle, there are changes at two places. Write down two places. Number one, ovary, and number two, endometrium. These are the changes taking place. Next, in the ovarian, we will start with ovary. What is going on in the ovary? Number one, formation of ovum, stree bija, and release of ovum for getting contact with the spermatozoa union. So formation is first and release is the second. Formation in the fetal ovary, when in the childhood, there are primordial follicles. Primordial follicles. These are also lined by germinal epithelium. But these follicles will show oogenesis. But this is arrested. That process of forming of ovum is stopped, arrested at metaphase level. Write down. It is not complete. It stops at the metaphase level. That I have not taught in the first routine class. It is not in my book. So write down. It stops at the metaphase. I will scroll my PPT up. Okay. So Formation of ovum. These follicles, primordial follicles, are sensitive to the action of FSH, follicle stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone. After the age of female puberty, 12, 13 years, FSH from pituitary starts acting and follicles grow from one ovary. That ovum is only found in one ovary. Remember, ovaries work alternative. This is very important statement. In the oral, it will be asked. In every month, only one ovum from right ovary or left ovary comes out. Remember these words. That doesn't make any difference in the conception. But only one ovum, like sperms, spermatozoa, too many in lakhs. But ovum, only one. This is the difference. Out of many secondary oocytes from primordial follicles, secondary oocytes form in the follicle, only one grows further to form ovum, only one. All other cells, what happens? Degeneration, Shiryate Tachchiram, they destroy. Okay. Next, this developing ovum secretes, when the ovum is growing, they secrete estrogen. They stimulate to the positive feedback to the pituitary. Give me some FSH-LH. Give me FSH-LH. I want to grow. I want to grow. I want to grow. So estrogen is giving feedback. Then further multiplication takes place. It contains, that particular ovum contains half number of chromosomes, and remaining half where with the husband, with sperms. Okay, spermatozoa. Next, formation of ovum, endocrine control. Always write down what is the endocrine control. This process is controlled mainly by FSH from anterior pituitary, and estrogen. FSH gives the signal to the ovary, then ovum is formed. Estrogen stimulate the growth of ovum. Estrogen helps for the growth of ovum. Release. Now ovum is full Graafian follicle, full ready-made egg is there. Now ovulation is there. Next step is ovulation. It is the process of release of ovum by breaking the wall of ovarian follicle. That Graafian follicle wall gets break and ovum comes out to the fallopian tube, then uterus, and then like that. Okay, so it comes to the fimri, that fallopian tube. After from the ovary it comes out. Okay, this process occurs under the influence of LH. Remember, ovulation LH, growth FSH, growth of ovum FSH, release LH, luteinizing hormone. Level of LH gradually rise. They reach maximum on the 1430, and that is called as LH surge. SURGE, very important word. मराठी मध्ये लाट, सर्ज म्हणजे LH. We will going to see the graph also. That figure is very important. Next, LH acts on follicular epithelium to cause secretion of progesterone. Write down important word. This LH gives, FSH gives the stimulation for estrogen. LH gives the stimulation for progesterone, which is, progesterone has some functions. This is extra part in the revision. It is not in the previous PPT. Remember my words. Write down this. What is the role of progesterone, function of progesterone? It causes vasodilatation. Vessels dilate, and lot of blood is coming, supply and filtration of fluid, interstitial fluid. Lot of fluid comes out in the Graafian follicle. So follicle becomes full of fluid. All the fluid is coming out from the vessels. Okay, filtration, and lot of fluid is there in the Graafian follicle, and lot of pressure is there. Like this. It stimulates this progesterone. Remember, this word is very important. This progesterone stimulates, first, vasodilatation. Second, proteolytic enzyme. Proteolytic, lysis means break, which helps to break the wall of tense Graafian follicle. So breaking because of the proteolytic enzyme. Write down these words. This was not in the previous PPT. Role of progesterone, vasodilatation, proteolytic. Third important, prostaglandin. Write down prostaglandin. This is local hormone. It stimulates prostaglandin secretion, and that prostaglandin also cause vasodilatation and fluid filtration. So because of progesterone, fluid is there. Because of the prostaglandin, fluid is there. This slide is very important. Slide number 15. Don't forget, release of ovum. Lot of matter new is there. This matter is new. Okay. Next. Finally, follicle ruptures. Along with the fluid, ovum is drained out. It is then attached towards the fimbrial end of fallopian tube, where that ovum enters into the fallopian tube, because that ovum wants to meet spermatozoa. Am I right? Yes. What is the controlling factor? Mid-cycle surge, increase of LH and formation of progesterone and local prostaglandin cause ovulation. In the oral, sometimes in the gynecology subject is there in the third year BAMS. All these things will be helpful in Striroga Prasuti Vignyan subject, gynecologic subject of third year. So never forget, never miss this PPT. Keep it up to your passing of the BAMS. So these are the endocrine control for release of ovum. This is the next topic. So I have ovarian or ovary action finished. Now we will see what is happening in the uterus. We have seen what happened in the ovary. Now we will see what is happening in the uterus. First, there are cyclical changes occurring in the uterine endometrium. This word is very important. Endometrium. Why these changes? Because of the changes or variation in the sex hormones, estrogen, progesterone. These are the hormones. These changes, three phases are there. These phases very, very important. Proliferative, can you see? Secretory and menstrual. These all the words are very important. Proliferative, secretory, menstrual. The name itself gives you the idea. We will explain what is that proliferative. This is the phase of 10 days. I request that everybody should please close their mics and the videos, please, my humble request, so that your lecture will not be get disturbed. Proliferative phase, it is for 10 days. Okay. During this phase, endometrium shows proliferative growth. In a simple word, multiplication. 1 ka 2, 2 ka 4, 4 ka 8. Multiplication, proliferation, multiplication, increase. Layers are added on each other. Layers are added. Endometrium. Okay. Thickness of the endometrium increases. Is like preparation of bed for the upcoming fetus. Preparation of bed, BED. गादी तैयार करायची आहे, उशी तैयार करायची आहे. Blood vessels also grow. Lot of nutrients are required. Mucous glands also grow. So three things are there: endometrium thickness, blood vessels, and mucous glands. Next. In proliferative phase, what is happening in the cervix and the vagina? Uterus is main, but what is in the cervix? There also mucus secretion occurs. Easy entry for the spermatozoa. So lot of mucus, mucoid, kapha. Welcome. In vagina, there is epithelialization and keratinization. And what is the endocrine control for proliferative? Estrogen from the ovum. Estrogen secreted from developing ovum controls this proliferation. Proliferative is equal to estrogen control. Remember these words. Next. Up. Here. Can you see? This picture you must draw for LAQ. This is the picture of ovary. So blood vessels. Mainly you have to show this primordial follicle. Okay. Then what is this? Developing follicles. These 1, 2, 3 developing follicles. Then secondary ovum, mature Graafian follicle. These names are very important. Graafian follicle, ruptured follicle, okay, and liberated ovum. And this is after ovum goes out. This whole Graafian follicle is called as a early corpus luteum. Don't forget this name. And this is corpus luteum and corpus albicans. Corpus albicans. So this figure is very important. Secretory phase. Second, from 14 days to the 20 days. During this phase, there are secretions takes place. Secretory changes in the endometrium, uterine endometrium. What is that? Mucus glands are functioning maximum. I will make it bold. Lot of mucus, kafakara, because we want vruddhi, saurakshana, protection, growth of the upcoming fetus. They are secreting mucus in the lumen. Blood vessels are again dilated, elongated, and tortuous, full of blood, tortuous. Three words are important: dilated, elongated, and tortuous. There is increased filtration of fluid leading to congestion of uterus. Can you see? Congestion of uterus. Next, in cervix, there is a liquefaction of mucus. In vagina, there is increased secretory activity. What is the endocrine control? This is progesterone. For proliferative, estrogen. For secretory, progesterone. Progesterone is secreted by corpus luteum, controls this phase. It occurs after 14th day. On the 14th day, ovulation. Next, we will go up. Menstrual phase. It lasts for 4 days, bleeding. When there is no fertilization, oh my God, no fertilization, ovum and corpus luteum undergo degeneration. There is no use. Undergo degeneration. No meeting with the spermatozoa. So they got degenerated. There is a sudden fall of estrogen and progesterone levels. What is the reason for menstrual cycle? Estrogen and progesterone down, down, down. In proliferative, estrogen up. In the secretory, progesterone up. And in bleeding, both down. Fall in the progesterone especially cause the spasm of uterine vessels. Spasm, akunchana. Okay, and so there is a breaking. So this word is very important, which I have not told you before. Spasm of uterine vessel, because drop down. Blood supply of the endometrium is reduced and it undergoes ischemic necrosis. Very important sentence for bleeding phase. What is bleeding phase? Ischemic necrosis. What is ischemia? Less blood supply to the uterine endometrium. That is ischemia, like heart. An infarct, heart attack. Ischemia is a less blood supply. Infarct is a total stop. And necrosis, total destruction of the cells. Necrosis. Dead endometrium separates from basal layers. Basal layer is not disturbed. Broken blood vessels and dead glands, mucus glands, are also removed. Mouth, they start bleeding because overcoiling intense is there and immediately ischemic. When first time I taught you, I gave the example of balloon. Do you remember? Huge balloon is there and I puncture it. Huge balloon is there, I make a pin over it. That the hawa jail and it will shrink. Similarly, blood vessels are there and drop down of the interstitial progesterone, ischemic necrosis, blood vessels collapse and the bleeding starts. Okay. Dead endometrium, blood, broken vessel, glands, mucus, unfertilized ovum is removed out of the uterus because it is of no use. This menstrual flow is about 70 ml total. All the factors are there, 70 ml. Out of which blood amounts almost half, 35 ml is blood. Remaining is other dead endometrium, glands, etc. Menstrual blood usually does not clot. It is not clotting. Fibrinolysins dissolve fibrin threads. Fibrinolysin, remember this word. Dissolve fibrin threads. Okay. What is the endocrine control? This phase is due to the fall in estrogen and progesterone level, mainly progesterone. Uterus is made sensitive for oxytocin. This is the new word. Please write it down. Oxytocin. At this menstrual bleeding 4 days, oxytocin is also acting from the posterior pituitary. It is not only for delivery. Oxytocin is acting at this phase. During this phase, due to the fall in progesterone level, which helps in the apan vayu se karya, evacuation. Who is doing apan vayu function? Oxytocin hormone. You know, remember? Apano, apanaga, shukra, artava, shakrut, mutra, garbha nishkramana kriya. Shukra, artava, menstrual discharge is there. This is oxytocin, apana vayu function. Next. This figure is the most essential part of LAQ. You must draw this figure. Whether it is correct, wrong, forget about it. 4 things you have to draw. Number 1, pituitary gland. Then here you have to show the FSH and LH. This is FSH, small. LH, surge. He latte sarka diste ka tumhala upward. This is LH, luteinizing hormone on the 14th day because of the ovulation. Ovulation takes place because of the LH surge. Latte मुळे होतं ते. What is here? Estrogen and progesterone. Here, estrogen is there, and this is a progesterone is level. Estrogen is more till the 14th day. Then it is down, but progesterone is low. And after that, from 14 to, that's why I'm telling you how to draw. Then pituitary is there, estrogen, progesterone. This is uterus. So here, very less thickness is there. Gradually, the thickness is increasing. Okay, this is ovulation takes place. Okay. And this is actually the endometrium. This is ovum. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Write down 6 points you have to draw in the figure. Figure is mandatory for LAQ, 15 marks. Otherwise, you will not get enough marks. All other things are important, but this is more important. Now, correlation of ovarian changes and endocrine control. FSH from anterior pituitary is gradually rising, which causes the development of ovum. This is from the ovarian side. Just we have already finished the lecture. One is ovarian, another is a uterus. I am telling you ovary and this connection. This ovary is activated by FSH, and this developmental ovum secretes the estrogen, which causes proliferative phase. So now I am correlation is there. Okay, correlation of ovarian changes, and now on the 14th day, mid-cycle surge of LH. This is ovulation, and then corpus luteum is formed. Progesterone will be there, and it will cause the secretory phase. Only write down important. First we describe ovary, then we describe uterus, and now we are describing together. Before that, there was important figure. When there is no fertilization, ovum and corpus luteum undergoes degeneration. Estrogen and progesterone falls down, mainly. Both are falling down, but mainly progesterone. Remember, right? Mainly progesterone is falling down. Okay, and this is last for 4 days. Now, for you people, most interesting part for the 3rd year BMS, Stri Roga Prasuti Roga Vignyan. Stri Roga Prasuti Vignyan. Sorry, not Prasuti Roga. Stri Roga Prasuti Vignyan. Gynecology and obstetrics. Obstetrics. Okay, applied part. Whenever any ladies patient comes to you, my dear friends, in your practice, we take the personal history, past history, am I right? Family history, but don't forget to take menstrual history. Never forget of menstrual history, and also obstetric history. How many children you have, whether it is a normal delivery, then cesarean section, CS. So you have to ask, especially about menstrual discharge. It is very important. Many ladies hide this particular problem, and then that causes the anemia. So each and every anemic patient, palpitation ladies, it should be asked about the menstrual problems. Leukorrhea, white discharge is also there. In Ayurveda, it is called as a Rakta Pradar. Write down, Rakta Pradar. When there is a problem with the menarche, at the age of 20, 13, 14, 15, when the first menses starts, some ladies get the problem. Severe pain is there, lower abdominal pain, cramps are there, very dull fatigue and body ache is there, backache, especially lower backache is there. So at that time, as a rasayana, I am telling as a rasayana, Kumari Asav can be taken by the young females. Kumari Asav, okay? Then for the menstrual problems, we have the herb plant Ashoka. Ashoka Arishta is very famous for the excessive bleeding. Ashoka or single herbal tablet. Single herbal tablet of Ashok is available. Ashok Ghanavati, Chaitanya Pharma. When there is excessive bleeding, try this tablet, 2 tablets 3 times in a day for at least 4 5 days. Okay. Menopausal problems. What are that? मेनली इरिटेशन, चिडचिड वाटते बायकांची, नवऱ्यावर राग, मुलांवरती राग, ऑफिसमध्ये चिडचिड, एव्हरीवेअर इरिटेशन इज देयर, मेंटल इरिटेशन. देन ऑस्टिओपोरोसिस इज व्हेरी कॉमन. हॉट फ्लशेस, एकाएकी गरम होतं सगळ्या शरीरामध्ये. इन द मेनोपॉजल लेडीज, फॉर युअर ऑन्टी, फॉर युअर मदर, ट्राय टू अंडरस्टँड. ऑलवेज ask them to take rasayan tonic from the age of 45 to the 55, tablet Shatavari Ghanavati. Write down Shatavari Ghanavati. It can prevent hot flushes. It can prevent osteoporosis. It can prevent mental irritation. Shatavari tablet, Shatavari Ghanavati. 2 tablets 3 times in a day to begin with, and then only 2 tablets every day. 3 months, 1 month break, again 3 months. Enjoy, no problem. Shatavari Ghanavati. Next. This is very useful for your practice. There are 4 types of the excessive uterine bleeding. Menorrhagia. All 4 words are different. Cyclical, but amount and duration is increased. Write down 8/28. Cycle is 28, but in spite of 4 days, 8 days bleeding. That is menorrhagia. Pronunciation menorrhagia. Then polymenorrhea. Cycle is more frequent, but amount is normal. 5-day bleeding will be there, okay, but it will repeat it in spite of 28. Here, can you see? After 18 days, very frequent. So this is polymenorrhea. Then mixture of two, polymenorrhagia. Cycle more frequent and more amount, 12/20. Very heavy. Severe anemia, 5 gram %. Okay. Metrorhagia. Cyclicity lost. No regulation, no rhythm, no cycle. Everything has been lost. So menorrhagia, polymenorrhagia, and metrorhagia. Okay. Infertility problems are increasing nowadays because of lot of causes are there. Eating spicy food, wrong lifestyle, all the time tensions in the mind, no relaxation, no meditation, no introspection, always spicy, fast food, fast life, everything causes this infertility problem. In the male, it's called the oligozoospermia. In the females, there may be PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome. Infertility. Reasons why you are not getting pregnant, not ovulating. Sonography. Always the gynecologist asks, do ultrasonography, USG, during this whole month, especially from the day of 7 to the 13, 14, 15. So ovulation is checked. Okay. Male infertility maximum. First you must check the semen. Then for the ladies. Age is also factor. After when pregnancy is delayed after 35, 40, it's very difficult. Blocked fallopian tubes. Ayurveda there is Uttarabasti, blocked fallopian tubes. Endometriosis, this is severe disease, and underlying medical problems. Hypertension may be there. Okay. Next. So nearly we are at the end. PCOD. Can you see? Normal ovary. Huh? And here, can you see the cyst? Cyst, what is cyst? Fluid-filled bags. Fluid-filled bags. Okay. Next. PCOS symptoms. Polycystic ovarian syndrome. Write down. PCOD, polycystic ovarian disease. But better way you should call PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome. Hair loss may be there. Hirsutism. पुरुषासारखी दाढी येते बायकांना, दाढी मिशा. त्याला काय म्हणतात? What is the word for getting the mustache and beard in the females? That is called as a hirsutism. If you find at the age of 30, 35, you must suspect that this particular lady may be having, is not mandatory. Pelvic pain will be there. Infertility will be there. Overweight. Always PCOS is common in the overweight. Irregular periods will be there. Fatigue, tiredness. Testosterone levels are high. Male sex hormone is more. That's why beard and mustache. So male, this testosterone level are high, and acne, pimples will be here. Pimples. Okay. So these are the suggestive symptoms of PCOS. So my dear friends, you must be liking this lecture because it has a both revision of the menstrual cycle, detailing some particular points, progesterone, prostaglandin, vasodilatation, filtration, accumulation of fluid. All the words are new from my previous lecture. That is already uploaded on the YouTube. This will be also uploaded on the YouTube. Next, most probably this is the last slide, my dear friends. Okay, this is the family planning, safe period and unsafe period. So menstruation, it is always advised don't do any sex during this menstruation. Then possible to conceive, remember. This is the word, possible to conceive. Then ovulation, this is totally fertile period from 11, 12, 13, 14. Most chances of getting pregnancy. Then possible to conceive again after 15, 16. And then again 17 to 28, thickening of the uterine lining and unlikely to conceive. That's why sonography